Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Brian from Superboard Sunday, the number 2 podcast about board games. Just kidding. And I've been fooling around with Tabletop Simulator past couple days, and I wanted to see how it looks, how everything works. This is kind of a test stream, but if it works, I'll put it up on YouTube as well, and hopefully keep doing some more of these. So the easiest way to start this is I want to try a little solo stream first. So we're doing a solo play of a solo game called Deep Space D6. Now, Deep Space D6 is a game that's been out for a while. It's one of my personal favorites in the solo only realm, and it's super easy to play. It's kind of addicting. You can kind of play it pretty quick. I'm playing with all the cards in the deck, so it might end quicker. Or actually, it extended a little bit longer because there's some cards in here that kind of allow it to go on a little longer. But essentially, Deep Space D6, you are running a spaceship, and you're using your available crew, which is represented by 6 of these dice, and you're using them in various ways. You're using them to kill enemies, which I'll talk about in a second. You're using them to recover enemies that are either in the infirmary or kind of locked out, which we'll talk about. And you're using them to maintain your shields and your hull, which is yeah, shields and hull. And once if your damage ever goes down to 0 on both of these, you are done and the game is over. So to start the game, you start off with 4 of these. How the game is played is 2 of these come out to start, and what these are cards. I'll just put them out, put a couple out. During the game, you're going to be drawing these cards, and these are essentially things you're trying to defeat, enemies, ships, whatever that you're trying to defeat. So as they come out, you put them in your various section. In this case, I'll just put 2 here for now, just to as an example. Then I'll reset the dice, or I'll reset the cards. So when it's your turn, you roll these dice, and you assign them to the spaces on the ship. And each space does something different. So let me go through some of the things. So first off, we have the commander up here. I think it's the commander. And you use this dice to change any one face of die to something else. You can't change it to another crew. It just doesn't make any sense, but you would change it to any one of these things. So that's that guy. You can also re-roll any available crew. So if I wanted to re-roll all of these, I could do that right now because of that guy. And once I do that, he stays there, and that's done. The next one is the fire weapons one, which is this. And this essentially takes 1 damage off these guys. So the goal of the game is to bring these guys down, and every time these cards take a damage, they just drop down 1. If they take another damage and fall off the board, they're discarded and out of the game. So that's kind of the goal, is to get rid of these cards. For every 1 of these, you get 1 damage. Or for the first attack die, you get 1 damage. And then for each other one, it's +2. So if I had 3 here, that'd be +3 attack on. I can spread out. So if I had 3 attack, I could go 1, 2, he's dead, and I can move this guy down to 3. So that's that. That's how you handle the attack. When you roll these dice, you might end up with a symbol that looks like this, and it goes up here. What happens is kind of a malfunction in your crew. These dice are now locked in here, and what happens is once you fill this up with 3, you instantly reveal a new threat, and it goes out on the board. During a round, normally 1 event or 1 threat is revealed during a round, so this is another way to get 1 out quicker and kind of add some more threats to your game. So that's what those are. What these medic dice do is you can put 1 out and return 1 of these dice that are locked out, so they're available next round. We can also do is some cards will send units to the infirmary, meaning they're trapped until you use 1 of these guys to get them out. So that's kind of a different way to handle some of these things that are locked out, is the medic. And then the stasis beam, or the shield icon, does one of 2 things. If your shield is low, no matter where it is, 0, 1, 2, you can put your shield dice there, and it will fully recharge your shields. Or say your shield's already recharged, the die is still useful. Because you can put this dice over here on any one of these, and it basically blocks their attack. And we'll talk about how they attack in a second. So I'll leave that dice there for now. And then lastly is this guy, and it just repairs the hull. So you put that there, and it would repair this side. So it would, for the first dice, it moves it up 1, and then every additional dice, it goes up 2. So it starts at 8 hull damage, and 4, or health, and then 4 shield damage. So that's that. So how the turns work is, to start, we're going to be drawing a couple cards out here, but you would have a card out here, you would roll your dice, assign them, do the actions on the cards, or do the actions that the dice give you, and then you draw one more card. This is supposed to be face down, and we'll do a face down later, but so then you draw another card. Then you take this die over here, the 6-sided die, and you roll it. So we'll roll it, just for example. And you would do anything that has a 4. So anything that's listed as 4, you do what that action says. We'll start from the right here. So this would give me, or this raider attacks me because I rolled a 4, and it's calling for a 4. And it says -2 hull, ignore the shields. What happens here is, every time you take damage, you go to your shields first because they're obviously the first thing you hit. But some of these guys, like raiders, let me get this out of here. Some of these guys, like the raiders, will ignore the shields and say, nope, screw that. I'm taking 2 off here instantly. So you deal with that card. That's done. This is not a 4. It doesn't have a 4 on there, so you don't deal with it. This bomber, though, because you use your stasis beam, it kind of blocks that attack. So you don't even do anything with that. And this is a good example, because if this bomber had hit me, it would have sent one of my units to the infirmary, meaning it's locked out of the game until I use a medic to recover it. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of how the game works. So I'm going to return these cards, and I believe there's 5 of these Do Not Panics in there. So whenever you draw one of these out, it's kind of you're safe for the round. So, whew. So I'll put these cards back. I'll flip over the deck and shuffle it, and then we'll just kind of play. It's a super easy game to learn. The base game comes with more ships. So this one, I believe, just has the base ship, which is this one. So I'll reset these. Flip the deck, give it a shuffle. And we'll get going. So again, to start, you pull out 2 cards. I'll put these dice here for now. You pull out 2 cards before you start your first roll. So we have raiders, and they're going to go on the 2 spot. So there are 2. That's their attack, their value. So you have to hit them with 2 damage over time to kill them. And the next one is an assault cruiser, a 4. So both have, if you roll a 4, they'll attack, and if you roll a 5, this one will attack. If you roll a 6, this one will attack. But we'll deal with that in a second. First, we have all 6 dice, so we'll roll them. And you can just start assigning. So the first thing you do is you look for any of these symbols up here, because that means those dice are locked out. And this dice is locked out. So we can't use it unless we rescue it with one of these, or once we roll the 3rd one of these, we draw an instant threat, and then these dice are good to use the next round. So we have a bunch of these stasis beams, which are actually decent for what we can do with them. And we have a commander and an attack. So obviously I want to use one of these attack. And I want to use this crew die, or this commander, I'll put here, which lets me change any one of these die. And I want to change this to another attack. So I put that here. So now I have shields, but I already have full shield. So I don't really need to use these shields, but I can use them for their stasis power. Meaning I'll put them here. And when I roll this dice, these won't attack, regardless of what I roll on this dice, which is pretty awesome. So now we carry out our die. So I have 3 attack here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one down all the way, because I don't like this ignore shields thing. Not a big fan. So I'm going to bring this one down for 1. It'll get away. It'll get discarded for... Actually, no, I'm going to keep that there. And so do that one, because it's not going to attack me this round, so I'll keep it there. So that's 1 attack, and I get 2 more attack. So I'm going to go 2, 3. So that's how we deal with the dice. And now I'm going to roll or pick up one of these cards, and this is going to be the threat phase. The nebula comes out. So what the nebula is, immediately my shields are offline. So I bring this down to 0. I can't charge my shields while the nebula is out. But as I roll a value on here, if I roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it comes down 1. And the second it comes off the board, my shields can go back online. But for now, boom, 3. So we roll this dice and see what we got. Essentially, we are looking for this one to trigger, and these can't trigger because I've blocked their attack with this stasis beam. 6. So nothing happens. These stay here. This one doesn't attack because I have a shield on it, and we just kind of collect our dice, except for the one that's up here and locked, and we roll again. So now we only have 5 dice. Let's make this a little easier to see. Boom. Okay, so here we go. So now we have 2 of these, and immediately, once you fill that up, you draw one of these, and it's kind of another threat. And you just line these up. Multiple can be on the same line. So this is going to be out here in 2. Once you draw the threat card, which we just did, these go back, and we can use them next round. But now we have less dice to use for this round, which is going to be tough. So let's see here. I gotta close you, man. I figure out how to have that not show up. So we have to do some things here. I'm gonna use this stasis here on this bomber because I don't want to send any unit to the infirmary this round, and I'm gonna use one of these commanders to change another commander to an attack. So you carry out your actions, which the only one I have is to do an attack. So I'm going to take this 2. It's only 1 damage, but luckily I have one here on 1, so I'm just going to go boom. Remove this guy. It's out of the game. And so now we pull another card, and it's a boarding ship. And if I roll a 3 or a 4, I do -2 hull, and then I send one of these to the infirmary, meaning they're locked up for the game until I pull them out with a medic. So let's roll this dice. So I got a 4, so go top down. So 4, this guy's actually going here to the infirmary. I do -2 hull. 1, 2. Oh no, this one just goes down 1 health here. This one's blocked. 4 was an unlucky number to roll, and then I got 2 more hull, so 1, 2. So I'm in a pretty rough state right now. I need to get next round. I need some shield. Or I need some shields here, hull repairment. But luckily, I have I still have only 5 dice to roll. So now we just collect our dice and roll again. This one's locked in the infirmary. Okay, so I can deal with this a couple different ways. There's no commander, so all these dice are going to be this. They're going to stay the same. I'm going to use this medic to pull this guy out of the infirmary. I'm going to use both of these shields to bring this up 3. 1, 2, 3. I can use an attack. I'm going to bring this guy down 1. And then these are both terrible. I mean, these are... So then I can use this shield. I can't bring my shields online because they're offline because of this nebula. Which one do I want to block? If I roll a 4, it's crappy either way, but it's these 2 I really want to not have trigger. I'm going to do this. I'm going to block this guy. So now you pull out a card. Space pirates show up. They're right here in the second row. And now we roll this dice and see what happens. This could be it. This is how quick the game could go, depending on how you roll. So a 1. Luckily, there's only 1, and this goes here. It loses 1 health. It's pretty good, because I want this guy out of here, because once he leaves, shields go back online, and that's what I'm looking for. So So we're collecting dice. Luckily, I get all of my dice back. So we're rolling 6 now. We're back. He's over here. Rock 'em. There we go. This one is locked out. We get another medic. We have a medic. We have 2 fire, which is nice. I'm definitely going to use those. A shield and a commander. So I want to use the commander for some more firepower, but I'm not sure where right now. I'll probably use it. I'll use this one because now I have 3 there, and I'll use this medic. So now we'll activate our dice. I'll use the medic to pull this guy out of the locked state here. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. So I'll shoot at this nebula for 1. Because now my shields are back online. And I have 4 more damage I can give to somebody. Let's see where. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 4 left. I'll go 1, 2, kill this guy. And then I can probably kill one of these 2 again. 'Cause I don't like any of these. I'll do 3, 4. So kind of dealt with those that way. And now we will pull out one of these cards. It's a scouting ship. Get this dice out of here. And it says if I lost hull this round, which is this side right here. Oops. God, that was on 7. Jeez. It's on 7. If I lose hull this round, I lose 1 more hull. It's not likely. It isn't. It's not going to happen this time at all because I have full shield, and the attacks go to the shield first. Let's see. So now I roll this dice. See what I got. 3. They both go off. So one of these is going to the infirmary because of this, and I get -2 hull. So I'm at 4 or 2. And then this one goes off, and it's another 2. So I'm at 0. So not the best, but is what it is. I do have 5 dice to roll next round. And 2 of them are locked. I have a commander, I have my shield, and I have a hull repair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this shield right off the bat to recharge my shields. And this commander, I can change this to anything. I'm going to be risky, and I'm not going to attack, but I am... maybe I do want to. But I also want to get this guy out of the infirmary to roll more dice. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to change him to a medic, which is this one, which gets this guy out of the infirmary. And this boarding ship would be send, if this activates, if I had any firepower out there, which I don't, they would go to the infirmary. That's how I lost this guy in the first place. Now I pull a card out. Panel explosion. I cannot assign... Let's get zoom in on this. Is it this button? Nope, that's not it. Jeez. Still learning. Watch it now. Is it you? Nope. I'll figure it out. But it says you cannot assign... There we go. You may not assign shield until I place a medic on top of this card. So as long as this card is here, I can't use shield, and I can get rid of this card by using a medic. Let's roll the die. I got a 3, which is no good. I don't send anybody to the infirmary, but I do lose 4 hull again total. So we do that. That's it. So now we roll 4 dice. I got a feeling I'm going to get another locked die. Oh, did not this time. That's good. So, I already know where I'm going with this. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. And I'll use this crew member to change this crew member to another attack. So I have 3 total attack. And with that, I will use... I'm going to get rid of this boarding ship totally for 3. And then I'll use this medic to pull one of these locked dice out. I could have used the medic to stop doing this, but I'm not in a position to use to need shield. I could have, but it's fine. I can spare it. Pull a card out. Another one. So I have 2 panel explosions. They're just blowing up everywhere. So a double time. I can't use I can't use shields twice apparently. All right, now we roll this die. 3. Use -2 hull. So 1, 2. And it says if you lose hull this round, lose 1 additional hull. So I'm now down to 4. I got to get some shield next round. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty dicey. So this one's still locked out, but I am rolling 5 this round, which is nice. So I roll. I'm much excited. This is a good one. So immediately I'm going to use this 1 shield to bring this up to 4. Because I'm quick like that. The game plays quick once you know what you're doing. I'm going to use this firepower. And I'll do this. So I'm going to use this shield on this pirate. And then I'm going to use this medic to pull this guy back. And I'll use this medic to cancel this 1 card out. So this comes back here, and you just pull this card into the discard. So now, essentially, this card can't trigger because I'm not going to lose hull. I still might lose hull. Depends on what I draw next. So let's check it out. Flip over a card. Friendly fire. It says all of your attack weapons go directly to the infirmary and then discard it. Stupid. Okay. But we roll the dice. We still roll the dice to see how this plays out, just because. 3. This would have triggered, but it's not because of the stasis beam that's on it. So we're good. So now we have only 4 dice. Wait, where's the other one? Oh, this one. Now we have 5 dice to roll. Bunch of stuff here going on. I like. Let's do a weapon. Let's cancel this card out with this. So we just place it on it, return the dice, and return the card. Now we can use shields. Then I'll use this commander to change this medic to another attack. And then I'll just use a shield to go up 1 on the shield here to 5, or the hull. So now we do the dice. So I did that already. Only thing I have to do is the attack. I have 3 attack. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I now just have the scouting ship out there. Threat phase, nothing happens. There's no need to roll this round, but I'll roll the dice anyway just to be consistent. 3, obviously nothing happens because I got the no panic. So now we're doing pretty good. So this round's kind of easy. Hopefully using the attack, maybe the medic to pull this guy out of the infirmary. So it's kind of a cleanup phase, waiting for something to attack the next round. So we roll these dice. This is good. So we will do. We have an attack here. I will use my stasis beam on this guy to see whatever comes out. This guy won't activate. It doesn't matter. Then I have 3 shields. So this would give me. I can only repair so much. I have 5, and this is going to be 6, or it's going to be. I have 5. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can repair 5, but I only have room for 3. So that's going to go there. Put these out here. So we did that, and then I'm using the 1 attack to bring this guy down to 1. Now another threat comes out. Oops, flip over the whole deck. Getting used to this whole thing. Another do not panic. Okay. I shuffled the cards. You saw it. I shuffled. Then we're going to roll. It doesn't really matter. We're not going to roll the dice, but we'll do it for. There we go. 4. So now we still have the 5 dice. I need some medics. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to use this medic immediately to pull this guy out of the infirmary. Then I'll use this guy to kill this one. And these are just unused dice. You can't use these dice on the incoming threats. It's just kind of a unknown. So right now I'm at basically where I started the game. Oh, my comms were offline, so I can no longer assign commanders until I put a shield on this. Fair enough. And I'll just roll out of sympathy for everything. And nothing, obviously, because there's no cards here. So now I'm just looking for... We have all the dice back. I'm just looking for shields. At least one shield would be nice. I do. There's a shield right there. So, bam. This guy comes off. This card goes away. And I can't really do anything. I don't have... There's no... Oh, this guy's locked right here. So while that guy's locked, I guess I will use my commander now to change you to a medic. Get you out of there. And these dice are unused. Can't use them for anything. Another Do Not Panic. I think I'm running out of those. I think I only have... There's 5 in the deck, so... Roll the dice. It's a 6. Doesn't matter. Now I have, again, all these dice to do nothing. Can I do anything? I'm just going to skip that whole phase because I can't assign these dice at all. So, and I'm fully health, full everything, so I'll keep these dice here. And I'll just do the... We did the rolling, we did the assigning, now we're doing the threat phase. It's a time warp. If I roll a 2, any threat recovers 1 damage until I put 2 shields on this. So, there's no threats out there, but I'll still roll the dice. It wouldn't have activated anyway. So, we go into the assigning phase. Why I would roll right now is because if I have 2 shields, I can put them on right here. And I do. I'm going to put these 2 shields here. This die is locked. And these are going to be unused because there's nothing I can do with them. If there was a medic, I could grab this guy out, but it's not. So this card goes away. Give me these dice back. Do the threat phase. Here we go, an enemy. The Interceptor. Basically roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a hull damage, or just damage. Roll the dice. 5, I lose 1 hull. Again, damage goes to the shields first, this green part. Okay, now we continue. Now we just roll dice. We have an enemy out here. There's 26 more cards there, so we'll just see what we can do here. So this one is locked. Definitely going to use you guys to get rid of you. I'll restore my shields. I'll just kill you. It's fine. You know what? Instead of recovering that 1 shield, I will use the commander to change this guy to a medic to bring one of you guys home. Then I have 1, 2, 3 damage. And this guy's got 3, so he's dead. New threat phase. Clone threats. After the threat roll, after the threat phase, roll the threat die again. So if I roll a 2 now, I'd have to do it again, but we'll just do it for reasons, and it wouldn't have to happen anyway. So there you go. I have a bunch of dice to roll. I have 1 locked die. I did make a mistake that one time where I didn't roll dice at all. I still should have, because I could have gotten locked dice, and that would have triggered another threat. So I do take that back. And again, if you are commenting down the bottom that I did that, totally good, totally correct. I should have rolled. You should always roll the dice, even though you don't have any enemies or cards out, because you still have the chance to lock your dice out. And that's what I should have done next time. So here we are. I need a shield and a commander to get rid of this guy. It's the only way that I can get rid of him. For now, I'm going to use this medic to pull this locked dice out. I'll put the shield on here. I don't like the idea of rolling this twice. Um, and then I have 3 unused weapons, which you can't kill this. So it has no threat. It has no attack value. It's just there. But I did block it with my stasis. It's not blocked. Sorry, I'm using half of the assigned die. So now we roll or we bring out this card. It is a raider. I'll roll this die. It's a 2. So unfortunately, after this phase, which nothing happens here, because of this card, I have to roll it again. It's a 3. Still nothing happens. Close one. Luckily, I have all my dice to work with here. Except for this one, because I'm leaving that there, because once I get a commander on it, this card will be out. We got a locked die, which I'll remove with this medic. I can use this shield to... Yeah, I'm going to use this shield to stasis this, so this blocks this threat from happening. But I will at least take 1 hit at it, so bring this down 1. And this is an unused medic die. There's nothing I can do with this dice. So now I do one of these. That's probably my last Do Not Panic card. I think it is. And then we're going to roll this die. It's a 2. Do that. This says after the threat die, roll it again. This is already blocked, but we'll just do it anyway. That's another 2. I don't know if I do it again, but why the heck not? 4. This would go off, but I have it blocked with this shield, this stasis. So I'm looking for a commander to get at least all dice back. So right now I'm rolling 5. Another locked dice. No commander. Interesting. I'm going to use that attack. I'll use this shield. And these are going to be unused. So I'm going to use this fire to kill this one. I'll use this shield to bring my shields all the way up. And I can't use these guys. That's it. So I got to draw a threat card. Invaders. If I roll a 2 or a 4, I send a unit to the infirmary. And I need to kill it with 2 weapons. 2 of these guys. So I don't want to roll a 2 or a 4 right now. Rolled a 1. Perfect. All right, so maybe I can get rid of these guys next round. That'd be nice. I have 1 locked die and another... Oh, this is not it. And then this die is still here, so... Another locked die here. Basically some shields. I guess I'll use it on this to stop it. I think I can do that. And then I just have these that can't really do anything. I guess I could use this to block this from happening. So we'll try that. Then we roll this out. It's a little drone. And now we roll this dice. It's a 5. None of these trigger. We return the dice back. So once you know what everything does, it just flows nicely. So I only have 3 dice this round because I have 2 locked up here. And I have 1 just waiting to get rid of this cloaked threats one. I need a commander dice to go next to this. So we'll see what we can get here. Man, I haven't gotten a commander yet. So I use this medic to bring this crew dice out. And then I have 2 shields. So I will use them both to block the effects of these. And then I'll bring out a threat. It's a space pirate, and we roll this dice. It's a 2. This one right here, -1 hull. Start with the shields. I'm now down here. Perfect. Now we bring back any dice that we have left over. I have 1 here, here. 4 dice I'm rolling. Man, it's not working out for me. I will do this guy to bring him back, and then these 3 dice just can't go used. My shield's already maxed, and I don't have another use for a medic. This is where it gets spicy here. Number 3, if no threat's activated, I lose 2. So that's a tough one. So let's roll this. This could be bad. 6. So right here, 2 of them. So we have minus 3 points total here, which brings down my shields to 0. Wowee. Okay. Let's figure this out. I have 5 dice. 1's right there, waiting to be released. I can pull this guy off at any time. I don't think he's locked there, but I'm just going to keep him there. Okay. So I'm going to use 2 of these guys to clear this card here. So they're going to get returned, and this card's gone. I just want to get rid of that threat. My dog is going crazy right now. Going crazy. All right, I'm back. Where was I? Could use that medic here to bring this guy out. And I'll still use this 1 fire. I'll bring this guy out of here. Kill this drone. Still looking for one of these. Just looking for a commander. So gotta flip over. Threat phase. Bam. Solar winds. If I roll a 2, I lose 5 hull. So 2 is a tough number to roll right now. I don't want to roll it. 4. So nothing happens with these dice, but because no threats were activated this round, I lose 2 hull. So and that's that. This dice stays there. I got 5 dice this round. And let's roll. We're running low. We got 18 cards left here. We're going to make it happen. Okay, good. So, definitely going to have this card activated. So these dice go away. They're returned. This dice returned. That card's away. We still got the solar winds to deal with. And let's see. We have a bunch of these. So I'm going to use this guy, this medic, to pull this guy out of a locked state. I will attack this one to bring him down even to 2. I don't like this solar winds. That's no good. And then I have another health, which I can't do anything with. Bring another one. Pandemic. If I roll 1, I send a unit to the infirmary, and it can be cleared with a shield or a medic. Let's roll the die. This could be it, maybe. A 3. So I lose 2 hull. So I'm at a 6. I'm down to 4 now. I need some shields now, like pretty much right now. So let's get some. Luckily, we have every dice back. We're good to go. So it's going to be a big round. Roll it. Okay, good. We got some good stuff here. So I'm first going to use this shield to bring my shields up. I have 2 attack, which is essentially 3 attack. So I'm going to bring this guy 1, 2. Actually, wait, we'll put them all out. We'll get it all going here. I got 2 medics. I'm going to use one of these medics on this card here. And then I will use this commander to change this medic to another attack, which is that. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So both of these are gone. These cards are both gone. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 1 is left over. And this card is dealt with. Only card out there right now is this Solar Winds one, which basically sits there and waits for 2 and then gives you 5 hits. But once you take the 5, you discard this card, so it's nice. Nice-ish. These raiders come out at number 2. And then we roll this dice. 4. -2, ignore the shields. Oh, man. 2. Essentially, when you are down to 0 hull, you lose. Like, that's the game, is when you lose this. So, regardless of this, it's these shields here. So, I got to get this up pretty quick and get rid of this guy. So, that sucks, but we're still here. Shields are still good. We have all the dice to choose from now. Wait, whoops. There we go. Wrong button. Okay, we got a ton going on here, so definitely using that. I won't need these. So I'm going to use this guy. Well, watch this. I'll use this one to change this one to a shield, which is here. And I will use this one to change another one of these to shield. That way I can get 3 shields back. So it's 1, 2, 3, back up to 5. And then I'll use this to stasis beam this guy, meaning if I roll a 1 or a 4, it doesn't matter. He's not going to activate because I have this shield on there. Roll a threat, or flip a threat card. Meteor comes out. He never attacks you. Every time you roll a 1, it just gets closer to you and closer to you until it's gone. When you destroy it, you lose 1 health. This loses 1 health when it rolls a 1. Once it gets out off of this, you lose 5 damage. So it's a slowly, like, impending threat on you. Roll the die. 6. Nothing triggers. All right, decent round. Roll these die. Okay, got a bunch here. So definitely going to use these 2 shield. I'll use this attack for sure. I'm going to use this commander to change this medic to a attack. And then this medic will go unused. So we'll start top bottom. I've already used the commander. So now I'm going to use these 2. So I have 1, 2, 3 to attack. I'm just going to use 1, 2. And I'll just do 3. It's fine. I don't mind if this guy gets down here. It is what it is. So I think I have to assign everything. I'm not too certain on that. But then I get 1, 2, 3 shield, so I'm back. Full status here. Perfect. This bomber comes out, and if I roll a 2 or a 4, I lose 2 hull, and someone goes to the infirmary. I do not want to do that. 1. So this guy right here, he comes down 1. Nothing happens, but he's getting closer to killing me. And you can't push it back. Like, I can't hit it upwards. The meteor's coming at me. And I can't land on it either. Okay, so now we got all the dice to use over here. Roll them. So we have first couple lock die that we've had in a while. So those can't be used. I have a commander, medic. I have 2 commanders, huh? So maybe I'll use both those to my advantage, which I will. I will do... I have 2 commanders, medic. I'll use the medic to pull one of these back. So this commander could re-roll these. Or I could just assign 1 to an attack, but I'll try re-rolling these. I'll use this one to re-roll these. Oof. I don't know if I can use these, though. That's the thing. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll do this. I'll use this guy to change you to an attack. And I'll bring you down 1. Robot Uprising. If I roll a 1, 2, or 3, I send a unit to the infirmary, which is down here. Yikes. I'll roll the dice. Deal with it when I see it. I got a 5. Nothing happens. No 5s. That's the only number. That's nice. Okay. Take these out here. Rolling 5 dice. Okay, here we go. So we have. I'm going to use the fire for sure. I know I'm going to use one of these medics. So I'll use this commander to change this shield to a attack. No, I won't. That was a shield. I will use it to... Actually, no, I'll use a shield right here to stop this card. And I will use that commander to turn this medic into a shield to stop this. So now I'll go through my phases. I'm going to take this guy out. He's gone. This guy is going to come out of the infirmary, or out of the locked state because of who he is. He's a medic, pulls him out, and then I blocked you with the stasis, and then this dice can be returned. Threat phase. Another do not panic, so we're good. We still roll the die. 4, nothing happens. So all my dice are back. Ooh, so these two go over here. I have a bunch of shield and a bunch of medics, so I can definitely use the 2 medics to bring these 2 back. And these shields I'm already full up, so they're going to be unused. Put them down here, unassigned. So then we do this phase. Distracted. Return this. Oh, so now any unit goes up here. So I'll just put this guy here. So until I have 2 medics, I can return the unit, then discard this. Or I can get rid of the card entirely with putting 2 medics on it. So I'll roll this dice. A 6. Nothing happens here. And we'll go on to the next phase. I'll get my dice back. I got 5 to roll now because 1 is now distracted. It's doing its own thing. Ooh. So we got 2 here again. I have a stasis. Could use on that for sure. I'll use this medic to pull this guy locked. Pull him out of here. And another stasis, which I'll block the solar winds. Actually, you know what? Bring them on. I need this. I need the solar winds just to get over with. We'll do a threat phase. Roll this dice. 6. All right, right here. -3 hull. So 3 goes to 1. And we do this again. 5 dice. 4 dice. We got this going on here. I have another shield, which I can block something. I'm going to use that shield to block this card. And I will use this commander to change this shield to an attack. So I'm going to use this attack to bring this guy down 1. And then a threat will come out. We got 10 cards left. So getting close to the end. Getting close to surviving. So that comes out here at 2. We roll the dice. It is a 4. So this unit's now back. He's no longer distracted. He's awake. This shield is blocked. Or this thing blocks this, so I don't lose 3 hull. And then 4, I lose 2. So I use 1 to the shield. 2 here. And that's it. I still don't have that many dice left. I can only roll 4. Because 2 are locked up here. Let's roll this bad boy. Oh, okay, this is going to be tough. So watch this. So first time this has happened, I think. We're going to put this up here. These 3 will trigger an instant threat that comes out, which is a bomber. And a bummer, if you think about it. And then we're going to, this one that's left over just starts the next set of them. This stinks. So I'm going to repair my shields. That's all I can do. So now I'm back to 8. And I'll use this 1 attack die to bring you down to 3. Another card comes out. It's up here. So now look at all I'm dealing with here. It's crazy. So I roll dice and we'll just, hopefully I stay alive. I have no shields. So we'll start top to bottom. We'll do -1 hull. So now I'm at 7. And then this just goes down 1 health here. So here we go. All right, so now we have a bunch to roll. We have, I think, 5 now to roll. Yeah, we can roll 5. Keep you there. Bunch of health. I can definitely use one of them to bring you back for the next round. I can bring my shields online with this, which I will, for sure. And then I'll just fire you. Oh, I don't want to shoot you, so I'm going to shoot this bomber. These dice are unused now. I'll fire this for 1. That's all I can do. Shields are back online, not bad. 7 cards left. Hijackers come out. I can kill it with 2 commanders. Roll this dice. 4. So let's go top bottom. -1 at 3. -2. -3. 1, 2, 3. 4 was a tough one. Oh man! And then lose 1, and then send a unit to the infirmary. So I'll just put you here. So now you're locked. Man, that's crazy. All right, got 5 dice to roll. If I can pick them up. There we go. See how fast the table fills up? There's 6 cards left too. All right, so we got 2 locked dice here. Some shields. So that's at least 3 shields. I don't want to roll a 4 again. I should put my shields online though. So I'm going to go up 1 here. And I'm going to use this commander to bring my shields online by making this shield. Oh man, we'll see. It's going to be tough. I have six cards left in this threat phase. And they're starting to stack up, as you can see. 2. Okay, so Jesus. So we lose 5 hull. We'll start with that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be bad for me. Lose another hull. And that's actually it for 2s. Interesting. Give me 1 second. That's good. So we have these guys are still locked. Those are the threats, but I got to get some stuff moving. So I have, let's see how many dice I have left. 4. That's it. So I have these 4 to roll. 5 cards left here. Okay, here we go. So definitely bringing shields online. Gotta. Sorry, 1 second. All right, so we got the shields up there. I'm going to use one of my medics to bring you home. I'll use this commander. Jeez, this is going to be tough. I'll change you to a attack. So this attack is going to kill this guy. And that's all I can do now. Bring on another threat here. We're filling up here. This is probably it for me. 4. It's a tough one, yeah. -2 hull. -1 hole, -3 hole, 1, 2, 3, and then definitely -2. I've lost. So that's how you lose the game, and I was so close too. I had 4 cards left. It just kind of got filled up on me. That's going to do it for this. Hope you guys like this. Let me know what you think, and have a great rest of your day.